Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we are diving straight into the often hidden financial realities behind aspirational wealth. We're going to unpack the American dream to look at a totally silent wealth killer, lifestyle creep. You know the feeling, right? Even as incomes rise, so many folks find themselves with less and less left over at the end of the month. So let's just look at the data and figure out exactly why that happens. We often picture success looking exactly like this. A pristine, brand new Mercedes just cruising down the highway at sunset. It totally projects this feeling of freedom, like, hey, I've made it. And when we see these super high-end visible items, we almost automatically assume there's a massive bank account and rock-solid financial stability backing them up. But as our sources reveal today, we really have to ask ourselves, is that actually what true wealth looks like? Or is it literally just what spending looks like? So let's start with a really foundational question. Is seeing believing when it comes to financial success? Because as we explore these sources today, we're going to see how prominent visual markers of success can actually act as a shiny veneer, totally masking a highly stressful financial reality bubbling just beneath the surface. Section 1. The illusion of wealth. Right off the bat, the sources highlight a massive core illusion, which is that wealth is often judged by visible consumption, not invisible accumulation. We all easily see the luxury SUVs, the designer clothes, those lavish vacations, right? But we absolutely can't see the retirement accounts, the emergency funds, or the investment portfolios. When success is judged purely by what somebody buys, we're literally only seeing the money that has already left their bank account. Section 2. The high fixed costs. Now, what's really fascinating here is how quickly these aspirational choices stack up into mandatory builds. Just take a look at the heavy hitters of high-status living. On one side, you have the pristine campus of an elite private school. On the other, the exclusive entry to a country club. Both of these definitely project immense success, but financially, they are massive commitments. We aren't talking about one-time purchases here. These are recurring, relentless obligations. On paper, these obligations quickly become the silent costs of status. Think about it. Monthly club dues are owed whether you actually go golf or not. Then add in the private school tuition, the massive initiation fees, and honestly, the social maintenance of galas and high-end dinners. These aren't just one-off expenses. They're totally inflexible monthly outflows that lock you into a rigid financial path and basically eliminate your flexibility. Section 3. Funding the lifestyle. So how does this actually get paid for? Well, funding this level of status usually requires a high-pressure corporate engine. Notice the parking lot at this office park? It's absolutely packed with luxury commuter vehicles. The folks here undeniably have high incomes, but to keep up with the private schools and the country clubs, they basically have to continuously perform at an incredibly high-stress level. There's really no room for a down year because the lifestyle absolutely demands the income. And guys, here is the absolute trap. A high corporate income is constantly at war with an even higher, absolutely relentless lifestyle outflow. It's a battle that is incredibly hard to win. Almost the second a bonus hits, it's already spoken for by dues, leases, and tuition. So the income is super high, but the actual wealth building, the retention of that income, remains terrifyingly low. This right here is the classic phenomenon of lifestyle creep, where discretionary consumption increases exactly as your standard of living improves. It's super insidious. A rare luxury, like, say, a premium vacation, really quickly becomes a baseline expectation. Every single raise is just instantly swallowed by some new upgrade that you suddenly feel is an absolute necessity. Section 4. The breaking points.
Naturally, this builds to a head. The reality behind the sunshine and pristine golf courses is often pretty stark. Actually, it can look a lot like this: an envelope stamped past due, and a literally severed country club membership card. This is the financial ceiling. The intense pressure from a high-stress job, constantly trying to outrun the rising tide of lifestyle creep, eventually just collapses under the mathematical reality of having more money going out than coming in.
As the source material so bluntly puts it, when lifestyle outpaces income, the illusion shatters. It's a really painful moment when the appearance of wealth suddenly gives way to actual financial distress. But honestly, shattering that illusion is very often the only real way to clear the slate and start building something real. Section 5. The financial reality check. Because regaining control definitely doesn't happen on a golf course. It requires a total reset. It means sitting down late at night, mapping out the exact hard numbers, writing down that $4,500 mortgage or the $1,500 you spent on groceries. It means stripping away the ego and just facing the math on paper. This quiet, focused moment is honestly where true wealth actually begins. Getting that control back means untangling your finances from your ego, and the sources give us these really specific, actionable steps to do it. Step 1, halt discretionary spend. You've got to stop the bleeding on upgrades and luxury leases. Step 2, track fixed costs. Know exactly what it takes to just keep the lights on. And step 3, rebuild real wealth. Basically, redirect that money you were using to fund the illusion right back into invisible accumulation, things like savings, investments, and paying down debt. And as this budgeting data clearly shows, making these hard choices pays off remarkably fast. By shifting the focus from simply looking rich to actually building wealth, liquid savings here grew from $10,000 in January to over $16,500 by April. Think about that. That's tangible wealth built in just a few months, all by eliminating those silent costs of status. That upward trajectory right there, that is exactly what financial peace of mind looks like. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I really want you to consider this final thought from our sources. Are your fixed costs actually serving your wealth, or are they literally just maintaining an image? Because true wealth is financial freedom, not a golden handcuff. Taking a hard look at the math and prioritizing that invisible accumulation is absolutely the key to genuine financial independence. So, what's your next move going to be? See you next time.